I'm Eric Mosley, son of Lieutenant Colonel John W. Mosley, Jr., a Tuskegee Airman and civil rights activist. I want to tell you a little bit about my father and his legacy. He was born in 1921 and carved his path during an era of repression and segregation in Denver, Colorado. Fully aware of these challenges, he excelled in school and forged opportunities where there were few. His commitment to service over self, whether in the armed forces or civil service, is evident by the legacies our family created. After graduating from Manual High School as class valedictorian in 1939, Dad earned a National Merit Scholarship. He used it to attend Colorado A&M in Fort Collins, now Colorado State University. To say Dad excelled in college is an understatement. Multi-talented and ambitious, he was an honor student, the first black football player at Colorado A&M since 1906, and the first black player to letter in that sport. He was an undefeated wrestling champion and sang in school theatrical performances. Also extraordinary that although living in segregated America, he was elected as class vice president in his junior and senior years, further eroding racial barriers. Dad was still in college when World War II was in full swing. He was determined to serve as a pilot in the U.S. Army Air Corps' newly formed program for black pilots at Tuskegee, Alabama. He paid for flying lessons and earned his private pilot license. Though he was an outstanding athlete, he was alleged to have had a heart murmur by Army physicians and denied admission into the advanced ROTC program. Disappointed but undeterred, Dad paid for another flight physical and received a clean bill of health. But his struggle wasn't over. Upon graduation, rather than going to flight school, he was instead assigned to attend Field Artillery School at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Dad and other community leaders embarked on an epic letter-writing campaign to local, state, and national authorities, finally earning an opportunity to attend flight school. As Dad often said, I had to fight in order to fight. In 1943, the military sent him to Tuskegee. On August 4, 1944, Dad graduated as a twin-engine pilot and learned to fly the B-25 medium bomber. He was then assigned to the 477th Bombardment Group, but the war ended before his squadron could deploy to the Pacific. In spite of historic accomplishments by the Tuskegee Airmen, Dad realized that racial equality in the military would be slow in coming. He left the service at the end of the war, but later returned after President Harry S. Truman signed Executive Order 9981 in 1948, desegregating the United States military. Dad went on to serve stateside in Europe and during the Korean War, and deployed to Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War, finally retiring in 1970. After the Air Force, our family settled in Aurora, and Dad continued serving with several federal agencies. Along with our trailblazing mother, Edna, Dad was a devoted activist who greatly impacted issues such as Veterans Affairs, housing, gender, and racial equality. Their legacies around the Denver area include a scholarship for black high school students, a student-athlete mentoring program at CSU, a school in Aurora named in their honor, and the Lieutenant Colonel John W. Mosley, Jr. VA community-based outpatient clinic in Aurora, Colorado, which opened its doors in January 2025. To learn more about my father and the new VA clinic named in his honor, please visit www.va.gov/Eastern Colorado Healthcare/About Us/History Stories.